African stowaways survive 2000 nm trip on rudder of Master of Science Boxship. Canary Islands reported 4 stowaways found on the rudder of containership similar to the 2023 situation seen here, Canary Island Police. Has happened again in the Canary Islands, where Nigerian stowaways have been found sitting on the top of a vessel's rudder, having survived the perilous trip from Africa. Salvamento Maritimo and the National Police in the Canary Islands reported the detention of 4 stowaways after an Master of Science Mediterranean Shipping Company vessel arrived in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria on the 26th of October. Dockworkers aiding in the arrival of the Master of Science Fiammetta, 73,355 DWT, late on Saturday afternoon spotted the stowaways and reported them to the maritime authorities. Salvatore Maritimo sent its patrol boat Salvamar Nunki and it was able to retrieve the individuals and bring them ashore for processing. The containership, built in 2008, has a capacity of 5,770 TEU. According to media reports, the 4 men were identifying as Nigerian citizens. They said they had climbed onto the vessel while it was in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Tracking data indicates that the ship had been at sea for 6 days, making an approximately 2,000 nautical mile trip, during which time the stowaways would have been exposed to the sea and wind conditions. In past cases, it was reported the stowaways had been able to make their way up from the rudder into the steering gear room. The authorities said the 4 individuals appeared to be in good health despite the conditions of their voyage. They were being processed and in most cases under Spanish law, they are placed back on the ship, which is responsible for reparations. In some cases, such as 3 Nigerian stowaways in November 2023 that arrived on the oil tanker Aladini II, Spain grants asylum on humanitarian grounds. Spanish authorities are reporting an increase in the number of migrants trying to escape to the islands. There have been cases of small boats being spotted and rescued. There have also been cases of stowaways on commercial ships, such as 2 from Ivory Coast detected in June 2023 on another Master of Science containership. Another case of rudder sitters was discovered in July 2023 when 2 young Nigerians, ages 18 and 22, were found on Master of Science Marta when it arrived in the Canary Islands, arriving from West Africa. Master of Science Fiammetta was showing on its AIS transmission that it got back underway from the Canary Islands late on Monday, the 28th of October, bound for Fos-sur-Mer, France. Four Nigerian stowaways were discovered on the rudder of the Boxship Master of Science Fiammetta as it arrived in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria, Canary Islands, Spain on the 26th of October. The stowaways are reported to be in good health despite enduring a 6-day journey spanning 2,000 nautical miles. Stowaways were discovered by dockworkers as the vessel Master of Science Fiammetta. The dockworkers promptly alerted the authorities, and the Salvamento Maritimo launched its patrol boat, the Salvamar Nunki, to retrieve the stowaways. After the stowaways were brought in for processing, they admitted that they had gotten on the vessel's rudder as it was docked at Abidjan, Ivory Coast. Despite the perilous journey, a medical examination revealed that all the stowaways were in good health. The Spanish authorities have stated that they have begun the process of repatriating the 4 men. This is the typical outcome for stowaways that are discovered. However, there have been cases where they can be granted asylum, especially if there are threats to the stowaway's safety in their home country.